Good morning and welcome to the Do It With Us session for the 5th of February. Can you believe it's February? We started this crazy conversation with me and my fetish for newborn babies, and I'm sure it is only going to get better from here. I've got the energy of somebody who is about to birth a baby. I don't know what it is, but give me it is all I can say. Good show up, guys. Oh my God, this little crew couldn't be happier. Okay, so lots of beautiful smiling faces, and sorry, I'm just having a little moment of look at this little community that's just growing every week. I'm so grateful. Now, what is our starting point for today?
I just dumped them there because I forgot to take them off before I went to the loo. Jesus Christ, they're only there for 2 minutes.
Thank you. Somebody's not on mute.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can.
Can't have been too important. That's a bloke with the super expensive sunnies.
Yeah,
maybe it's Kathy.
Can't be
something else as well. Yeah, I'll mute her. All right.
Oh, it's good to know she's just been to the loo.
And when she gets back to the recording, she'll have a giggle. Anyway, I've done it. I've forgotten to take my microphone off and done the same thing. So it is a new year. It is new beginnings, and I don't know if you're all feeling. I feel like it's been a bit of a an epic heart starter to get everybody back and running this year. It's been a bit of a sluggish start. I don't know whether it is normally, and I just haven't normally felt it, but I just feel like the momentum has taken. But this week I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, everyone I'm speaking to is like digging into the thing that they've been percolating for quite some time. So it's awesome to see. And I know, Karen Thorley, you're just about to launch your communities. Hi, Kathy. We heard, I had to mute you because we heard that you went to the toilet.
Oh, oops. I thought it was muted. Oh, for God's sake.
You should be mortified if I told her.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, no.
Don't be sorry.
It's no big deal, but it's like, oh, geez, sorry. I thought I had muted.
I was sharing with somebody how grateful I am that my community is so forgiving with my forgetful menopause brain. I'm like, things that normally I'm so intelligent, and now I get to have these words and I'm like, I can't even remember the word revenue or something, extremely. Thank you.
Sorry about that, gang.
Forgiving. So I feel like whatever's shifted, if anyone knows stars or something has shifted this week, because everyone is like pedal to the metal and things are actually starting.
Well, it's a new lunar year. And also numerologically, it's a 9-year, which is closure, cleansing, clearing.
See, I knew somebody would know. I don't need to, to me, my personality, it's just like, I don't need to know, but I do know that something has shifted this week, because lots of people, it's like there's been this build up and then all of a sudden everything's starting to flow again. So
it's
awesome to be a part.
Year of the snake, so shedding all that's bad,
exactly,
and coming in all that's good.
That's so awesome.
Well, hopefully.
And so I know, like Kylie's just launched
not in the US.
A new funnel, and lots of you have got. Sonia's doing a challenge, and it's going amazing. I'm like sent you a Voxer message, Sonia. I'm not sure if you got it, but I learned more about Kangen water in, I don't know, a 5-minute live of yours than I had from my 6 years of being in the business. And I was like, I love how concise and how practical you make it. Like, it was just one of those, wow, like, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm a details person when it comes to that. Oh, and we have Janice joining us. Oh, my goodness.
Quite a turnout today.
Yeah, good turnout. I was wanting my all my videos to align, so now there's 8. It's even. When the OCD part was coming out.
Just talking about that this morning here, actually.
What are you going to do with 9?
Yeah, no, it will. I'll start to twitch. You'll see me. Okay, so I've got a couple of questions that I have received either personally or in the group.
I put one up in school earlier in the week, I think.
Yes, so I'm going to address
Thank
them
you.
in no particular
Great.
order, but
Fabulous.
one by one. I know, so I'll tell you who I've got. I've got Kylie has asked me about a funnel that she's just built, so we'll walk through that, which I think will be beneficial for everybody. Your question, Kathy, and then Karen also asked me a question about her www domain, and I think we all benefit from the answer. Oh no, Mari's entered the room and now we're going to sign.
Yeah, but that's still that's square. That should be a square.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh,
There
see,
you go.
it's all meant to be.
See?
Sorry, I feel a bit crazy this morning. Good morning, Mari. So let's start. Karen, yours is nice and easy, so I might start with yours while my brain catches up with me. So if anyone has not brought domains over or wasn't privy to the process of bringing a domain over, the process of you can have unlimited amount of domains that point to either your funnels, your website, your community, so your portal, we call it. You can have separate domain names for all of that, or you can just have one domain name and you can use what we call subdomain names. So a subdomain, for an example, would be, let's take Karen Thorley. She has a business called Plantiful Health. And so for her portal, we have the subdomain, which is members.plantifulhealth.com.au. That and just the plantifulhealth.com.au goes to her website. If she has a funnel page, she might have plantifulhealth.com.au/webinar or something along those lines. So we can put prefixes on the beginning of our domains and also on the end of our domains to get things pointed. Now, another example, which is a different scenario, is Mari Thompson, which she'll be like, why is mine different? But Mari has created a domain, which is the Menopause Health Hub. I'm like, I'm sure that's what it is. So something close to that.
I'm just trying to catch up with your brain and what you're talking about.
Where I'm headed. So instead of having members at bodymindbones.com, which is her website domain, she has the Menopause Health Hub, and that goes to her portal. So it's a separate domain is what I'm trying to explain. So you can have members at your domain and just have one domain with a subdomain, or you can have multiple domains that you use for different purposes. So you might have a program that you launch and you want to secure the domain for your program and have that pointed to the sales page for that particular program. Does that make sense? Yep. So kind of, sort of. It will kind of as you build, you will come across it time and time again, and then you'll be like, oh, now I get it. So bringing that to the question, so with a domain name, you generally buy a domain name with a domain company. So something like GoDaddy, Cheap Domains or Crazy Domains, Cloudflare, you can purchase domains, and they're usually kind of $20 to $30 a year. So it's a cheap, but you have to pay that subscription with your domain host. You then, if you're using Arlotta, you need to point your domain to Cloudflare, which is a service. It's free. It sits in between your domain and Arlotta, and it makes the setup of your domain super, super easy. So if you have the Cloudflare open on the same browser and you're in Arlotta and you're setting up your domains, it will just connect to Cloudflare Cloudflare and set up all of the little bits
Michelle,
back.
can you make someone else co-host for you?
Yeah.
With you
With me.
before we lose you?
Sorry, don't make it me. I have to leave it. Yeah.
Made
Close to you. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. That was a little hint. I don't know if all of you heard that, but if you make somebody a co-host, somehow it uses their broadband as well to keep a more secure connection on your Zoom. I don't know. It worked last time and it's just worked again now. So
Good to know.
So where was I at? So we use a domain host to host your domain. Then we have a Cloudflare account in between, which just helps with the ease of setup. And then we have our domain names. So if we wanted to set up a subdomain, we just tell our lotter what the subdomain is and connect it to Cloudflare, and it will do all the intricacies that it needs to do to make that happen. So Karen, coming to her question, was when she goes to the www. Was it Karen Thorley or was it Plantiful Health? It was Karen Thorley. So when she goes to the www.karenthorley, and www is just a subdomain of your main domain, the website wasn't loading. And so what has potentially happened, and I will...
Is it just me or did she just freeze?
Attempt to share screen and hope that it doesn't slow down.
Who's there?
Here we go.
Did it stop?
Concentrating.
Yeah. Karen, are you able to share your screen maybe? And I'll walk you through yours because I'm not feeling safe and secure to get this internet thing sorted.
All right.
Okay, so if you go
So now
down,
what do I do?
you go down to settings,
Settings on here.
bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, sorry, it's hiding behind that thing.
And then you should have a section that's called domains. So if you scroll down on the left-hand side. Yeah. This will show you all the domains that you have. So you have there www.karenthorley.com.au and it has a little asterisk which says this domain is redirected to karenthorley.com. Is that the one that wasn't working?
Yeah.
Do you want to just test it? Like just type that into the browser?
Okay, yeah.
Well, now it's working. I wondered if there was, did you test it from that other site?
Yeah, so can you put the www in the front?
Oh, okay. Just like that?
Yeah, and then dot.
Oh, it just takes it off. Is it my
Yeah, perfect. So that's working. So what it might be is that the way in which that has been pulled.
Oh, she's freezing. Definitely freezing.
Bugger. Put in to the website that come to the top of the browser. Just
Oh, you sound like a chipmunk.
and me.
Yeah. Sorry, can you say that again? You were blocked. You disappeared.
Yep. So if you're going to share your domain, this is just a good note for everybody. If you're ever sharing a domain, open it up in a web browser and then copy it from the top there. So when you copy that, Karen, where it says karenthorley.com can you copy that whole thing? When you copy that, it's actually going to have a HTTPS. Like if you paste it, you'll see it's got HTTPS. Yeah, it shouldn't have the C.
What's the C?
Oh, maybe my fingers did something.
Yeah, true.
Oh, okay.
So we want to put that whole HTTPS / colon and the domain name when you're pasting it anywhere. And you don't need the W.
Right.
And that will take you to that page. So just check if you're putting, if you're putting anything anywhere, that's what.
So and he did. So next week I won't be here because I'll be doing an international streamed webinar. And they have put they had planner4health.com.au as my website on their thing. And I yesterday asked him to change it to karenthorley.com.au. So he actually typed it in. So if I go back to him and say, could you go to this and then copy it and paste it back?
Send him that. Just paste what you have on your copy at the moment. Paste
And
that.
send it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I put my hand up?
Yeah, go. Because she's not talking.
Exactly how you want it. Yeah.
Oh no.
It was.
All right.
Oh no, she's really breaking up. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking for a way to put my hand up so that I could ask when you've finished, but it doesn't have it in Zoom.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does.
Click on
Where?
React, Kathy, and it's the
React.
first option
React.
down the bottom.
It's interesting because I
there it
don't have
is.
it at the moment on my screen either.
There we go. All right. So that's okay. I'll just, because I'm just trying to do this live and while we're talking about it, and I think I fucked it.
Oh, okay.
So,
So let's finish. So Karen, it was not the problem I thought it was, but that's ultimately what everyone should have if they go to their domain section is your standard domain and then a www domain. And your www.whatever your domain is.com should have a forward on it to the one without the www. So if you're building funnels or you're building pages, you're going to always point to the one without the www.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you're still sharing screen, Karen.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to decide whether to stop share or not. I'm going to see if it's working.
Oh, right. Okay.
But that's okay. I'll stop share.
Kathy, do you want to share your screen and ask your questions, domain?
yeah, I'm just getting ready the bits and pieces that I need. Now let me just lower my hand and then let me go in and where do I share screen?
I appreciate the update. Cool. Thanks, Joel.
Under
Bye.
more?
Bye.
Sorry, you can tell I've not used Zoom for a while. Where do I share my screen?
Sharing screen, Karen Thorley.
I've stopped sharing screen, but do I need to give approval to someone else?
You put something in the chat saying that you're paying $80 a year.
I know. It just was a little bit too hard to change it over to Cloudflare or wherever I needed it to go to get all the information I needed to tell the other host that I wanted to move it. I didn't know that was just too much for my brain.
Well, when you're ready to do it, I'm happy to help you because you should not be paying $80 a year for a domain name.
Well, I haven't paid the bill yet. I keep getting reminders. So
just ask it.
Sort it today. Then I can
give you the transfer code. You just need a code and you'll go into another provider and move it.
Oh, so I just need the transfer code from the current provider, yeah? Okay. Okay. That's easy.
Then I think it's for you just to keep it simple. We just move it to Cloudflare and you have your Cloud One account.
Okay. Thank you.
That has your domains and everything in it.
Thank you.
Can everyone see my screen?
See your screen?
Fantastic. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. All right. So I've gone through to connect my domain. Now, when I don't want to host my domain through Allotta. I just want to point Allotta to my website.
You want to point your domain to Allotta is the correct wording.
Okay. So let me just go in. Okay, so I've gone in. This has only just happened right this second. So I've gone into domains. I've chosen, there's no domains connected. I've chosen connect a domain. I've gone up to, so I followed your instructions that you put in that Loom, copied, pasted. Let me just paste it again for the sake of the exercise. Right, done that. Hit continue, checked that.
So get to the HTTPS.
Sorry?
In this instance, go back a step. Just close
Yep.
it. So we want to get rid of the HTTPS in this instance. I'm sorry, I did say if you're going to share your domain with outside world, do that. But your domain name is copycatcollective.com.au.
Yep. So I do that. It might not do it this time because
Sometimes
okay.
it takes a while.
So yeah. What?
Well,
Sorry.
Sorry, my question was, did you not already have Copycat as your domain already set up?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
why?
already have a domain hosted elsewhere because I want to connect. I want to be able to, like, I can't release anything. I can't release any landing pages, or if I build a landing page in here, like I can't
Publish
send it anywhere. I can't make it live because I thought this is what I needed to do to connect it.
Yeah, so just close out of this for me for 1 second. Just humor me for a second, and go back. Use that little arrow next to where it says connect your domain and just go back a step for me. Okay, so you already have your domain connected. That is your domain.
So I've literally just done this now. Okay. So I got this dialog box, right? And I sent it through to my hosting guys and I said, I need the A name. So this is the process that I've already gone through. Okay. So I said, I need the A name because I watched the help video. I said, I need the A record and I need the C name. I can't find it. And they've set that up for me now. And I've just checked in that while we were on the call and I've gone in and now this is happening.
Okay, cool. So you need to point it now. So
you've stopped again.
So go back to Alota. You go back into Alota.
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm showing my screen. Yeah.
The 3 dots to the right-hand side of the copycatcollective.com.au.
That one?
Yep. And say edit.
Yeah, that is okay, that's good.
Okay, now choose a default page that you want that domain to point to. So do you have your website in here?
No, my website's already set up through WordPress.
Okay. Yeah. And is it on that domain name?
Yeah. Yeah, like I thought that this was going to point out to my existing web page, which is built on WordPress and is hosted through my tech guys. And now I've gone and put these values in. It's completely kicked my website off.
Correct, because you can't have one domain pointing to 2 different things.
So that's what I've done.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Okay, so how do I just delete it? Can I just delete that?
Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to set up something so that you can.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Okay. Yep. Sorry, what was that again? Got a real connection issue today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
So
do I just need to delete it?
Yeah, so get them to restore it back to what it was.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Actually we don't want that domain here unless the website is hosted within our Lotta.
It's not.
So we don't want it
hosted externally.
Yeah. So
okay, so if I delete those, is that right?
Yes, but you'll also need to tell your web person.
Yes.
Change those back because
Yeah, that's fine. Like I've just got the email back from him this morning. So, okay, now that's done. And I'm just going to go back to him and say, I didn't want to go back to him until I knew what I was asking for. Making sure that the problem wasn't with me, because they've done exactly what I've asked them to do. I just want to make sure. So, okay, so I'm deleting that and I'm deleting that and I'm going to ask them to restore. This domain has redirected URLs linked to it. Please direct the redirects before deleting the domain. I don't have direct. What? Is that going back to my main domain? Is it? Wow, that is really weird. Okay, sorry. Go back to the redirects page.
Yep. So no. So just delete that as well. Does it let you?
Yeah. Done.
So
Okay,
what
so
you do in your instance, Kathy, because you have a website already using that domain name, so a
Yes.
domain is like an address.
Yeah, I know.
You need to
I thought I was pointing it to my external address, but I'm not.
Well,
Okay.
you should be, in the sense of you already were pointing it to your external address, but you've then changed it to point to our Lotta, and that's what's caused the problem.
Okay.
So what you need to do is decide whether you want a subdomain or a separate domain for anything that you're building within our Lotta. If you want a subdomain, you would choose a word like web.copycatcollective.com.au or sites dot or funnels dot copycat collective, or
Yeah, because
just a totally separate domain name.
okay, so I need to ask my hosting guys about setting up a subdomain then. So it's copycatcollective.com.au/landing page or something like that. And you're frozen again. Setting up a subdomain then.
You use for your funnel. So no, that's not
Okay,
a
you're
subdomain.
back.
A subdomain would be land.copycatcollective.com.au.
Can I set up a subdomain here in our Lotta?
You can, and then it will tell you what are the criteria that you need to send to your web guys to get them to point
Right.
that subdomain.
So
Because
that
your domain is being elsewhere.
So that information that I had before, so that IP address and that hosting thing, whatever it was, that information there, that's what I need. So if I set up a landing page within our Lotta and give them the information that's here, that will point to, that will effectively publish my landing page. And then I just need to set up something to direct to it.
That was used for that past domain that you set up. So if you're going to do a subdomain, you need to make that decision and then decide what the subdomain is that you want. And you'll go through that exact process you did for your domain, but with a subdomain. So you would go and put in web.copycatcollective.com.au as the domain name that you want to set up. Then give you the criteria that your web guys to change on the DNS.
So I need them to set me up a subdomain address first.
They will know what to do if you give them that criteria, because it'll be on a subdomain.
But what's my first step? I've built the landing page. What do I do next?
Decide what you want your
subdomain. Go into what, sorry?
Go into domains.
Okay. So if I go into domains, yep.
And then put in the subdomain that you want, like.
So is that what I click on connect to domain?
Yes.
So if I say, for instance, lp.copycatcollective.com.au,
I can't see your screen, but yeah, yes, that
has
would
it
be a
stopped sharing?
subdomain.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I thought it was still sharing. Sorry.
I can
You
see
did.
it.
Sharing, Kathy.
It's only sharing our locker.
No, I can see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I've got a letter up. You can see it? Yes, we can see it, or no? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
So where's our lovely hostess with the mostess? Has she gone again? It's not my fault, I swear to God.
Yep.
But one day I finally remember to arrive, and
Sorry, my internet is giving me complete hurry-curry.
okay. So that's the subdomain I've chosen for this example.
Okay, so
Do I now
yes,
go-
type into that field
Yes.
Yeah. your subdomain.
lp.copycatcollective.com.au. So click continue. Okay. Now I connect. Now what? So that's the domain URL. Okay.
That's the
And then it's retrieving DNS records, finalizing the setup. Can you see this, right? Can you see it?
Yep.
So that's the information I need to give to my guys. The CNAME.
Yep.
LP required value.
And so you'll say to them, please set me up a subdomain, lp.
Yep.
Your domain name.com, and point the CNAME to LP
Got
and
you.
that site value requirement.
Okay.
And the other
Lovely.
alternative, just for all those playing along at home, is that you could have another domain name, a separate domain name. If your website is hosted on our Lotta, then you could have used this domain name. Because it's on WordPress elsewhere, you can't. So that is the premise of it. You can't point one address in two different directions. Sorry,
So if I now go,
my topic for everybody else, but
sorry.
and
That's what I just thought. I thought, oh, I should. Yeah, there we go. Oh, maybe I should just ask you, but then offline. But then I thought, well, this is a do it with me call, so this is why I thought I'll just shut up, do it. Cool. I'll make sure they understand. Thank you very much. I think that's my question answered for now. I need to go and fix my broken site. These guys are going to be so sick of me, and get things running again. Fabulous. And it's not
Awesome.
sharing my screen anymore.
Yep, I think we're good. You're
Awesome.
all set to go. And just reach out if you get stuck with that or you need support. Just happy to take that one offline.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Get it all pointed.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Who wants to painfully go through this internet again? My God.
I'll go. I'll try not to be too long.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll share my screen. You can see that?
Yep.
All right. So if what's that one? Nope. So if hang on, let me just, I can't see. Where do I go in this thing to go put it into the live version? Here.
So yeah, so you just need to open up a new browser and put in the domain name that you've pointed to it.
Okay. So, yeah, so that's a new browser.
Yep.
Is that right? So this one is not working. So say I put my name in and then that one. It just goes to that.
Okay, so what you need to do is let's go into our Lotta
Yeah. So
and
this one.
go into our Lotta forms. So we want to go into on the sidebar, sites, and then forms.
Oh,
So
okay.
just so everyone playing along at home understands what we're about to do. So Kylie has an opt-in page, which she has built a form that, so go to forms up the top, that will collect the data of the person that's opting in.
So that's this form down here that we've already done.
Yep, so click onto that. And what we want it to do is when the form's completed, we want to give it the action of what we want it to do next. So standard forms will just say, thanks for filling in the form, like as a standard. So click on the actual form itself, like just there. So, and then open that little toggle on the right-hand side. It's two little yep, that one.
Yep.
Yep. And then we want to look for options up the top.
Yeah.
Themes and options. And we
Yep.
want to tell it on submit. So the first little open out, the first one. On
Yep.
submit, what do we want it to do? So at the moment, it's saying a message. Thank you for taking the time to complete this form. So go down to form settings for me.
So form settings.
The last
Yep.
one.
It's yep.
No,
Form settings. No.
it's not in there. We want to tell it where to go next. We don't want it to just say that message.
So the top one, if I just
Isn't it on submit and instead of message, that's a drop down and you get to choose something else on submit. So go back up to on submit.
Oh, no, open.
That's a drop down. See, message is a drop down.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
See message where it says message?
yeah,
Thank you.
open URL.
Yeah. And what we want to do is find the URL of the second page of your funnel, which is where we want them to go once they submit that.
So if I just go back to
Sites. Yep, and open up the funnel.
so sorry. Hope your ears are okay because mine aren't. Dogs and internets. So then I want it to go to this form.
Yep, so get the URL from the top of that page.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And paste that into the other spot.
Edit, paste.
So
Yeah.
with a form, you can get it to do a number of things. So that is a good example of we've got a form embedded in a page and we want the next step from that form to be go to the next step in the funnel. Rather than just tell them a lovely message, we want them to go through the next step. So if we think about our funnels and align them with our customer journey, we have stepping stones that we want our customers to take. And in Kylie's instance, it is opt-in. And then on the thank you page, she is giving them all the details to the webinar that she's running. And she's also selling a VIP upgrade. And she's also then perfect. So you could, if you wanted to, not make that a third step, Kylie, you could actually put the VIP upgrade just on that thank you page.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Look,
Yeah.
it's works either way.
Yeah.
You just want to make it super clear because to me, your opportunity to sell them into the VIP as the next step is this page. So I would want to make it a really solid sell of what do you get for VIP? It's not, it's not clear enough straight away in my face
Yeah.
that I want to spend some money so that I get all these extra perks.
Yeah. Okay. So if I then go into, hang on a minute. Where have I opened up this one? So my next question is, so is that that'll be live now once I do my emails. Can I send that now to Kim?
Yeah, so if you go to settings,
Yeah, down here.
no, sorry.
Uh,
The other settings, the one just under where it says burnout to breakthrough
Yeah,
in the middle of the screen. Yep, that one.
yeah,
That URL there, so scroll up a little bit. Yeah, that
that one.
yeah, empoweredherhealthwellness.com.au / burnout to breakthrough
Yeah.
should be the domain of this funnel.
So that is the
Yeah, so that if that URL is what you want to send any traffic to for them to go through.
Yeah.
And because you've got the metapixel code in there, that will tell your ads that somebody submitted that form and went to the thank you page. So therefore, they're a conversion.
yeah, yeah. So then my next question is, and that brings me to the opportunities and pipelines, right? So if I so I did the pipeline first, right? If I just go into here. Now, these were my steps. Are they right? Like, should I be adding something different there?
Okay, so my question is opt-in, super clear.
Yeah,
Some fills in that form, they go into the opt-in, and I can share with everybody on the call what that looks like in the automation, because that's
yeah,
if you have this set up for any opt-in funnel, you should as a bare minimum. So somebody fills out that form, automatically they should go into opt-in. Then if they purchase the VIP, the sale needs to trigger them to move into the registered for VIP.
yeah.
And where in the funnel, on the thank you page, are you offering the VIP and the Facebook collective, or how are they learning about the Facebook?
Okay, so I haven't, yeah, okay, so unless I put it in my emails, or is that another link? Like,
Well, yeah, that's what you need to decide. Where is the best place to position inviting them into the community? To me, on the thank you page, I would be not inclined to have multiple things that somebody needs to do.
yeah. So in the email would be better then? Or,
If you want to sell somebody, you want to make sure that.
sorry, missed that.
Sorry, guys. I know. I think I stopped, but I'm breaking up again for no particular reason whatsoever, apart from I'm just closing every application I possibly can. And I need a bloody new computer, I think.
Have we lost her again?
Yeah. I'm back again now, I think.
Oh, and you're back again.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I don't know.
So am I better to put the option of joining the community into an email form then?
Yeah, so here's what I would make a suggestion is if you put it in an email, make sure that you set it up as a trigger link so that you can monitor
Yep.
who clicks on it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Did you
All right.
catch that?
Yeah. And then the same with this one when I set that community up in GHL.
Yeah. Well, that is a monitored link because it's inside our Lotta anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's something you can measure. It's just when it's an external website. Yeah, when it's an external website, you can't track it. So you need to set it up as a trigger link.
Okay, all right. As the external site. Yeah. And then I can add a couple more in here later, finish the course or book to clarity.
Yeah. Look, probably one that you could add now is
yeah. Sorry.
You have clicked VIP button. Like you can have that as a trigger link.
Sorry, Ray, missed all
so that somebody clicks on that link. Just kill myself down because I'm getting very cranky with this internet.
Okay. We're here for the ride. Breathe breaths.
Oh, sorry. I just don't know how to no, I don't know what to do. I've got
You
nothing.
need to do what I did, Ray. Call the ombudsman. They fixed it.
Right.
Okay.
Back to NBN, but I have a feeling it could be my computer. So I'm not sure it's the internet.
This has never had these problems with you with these calls before.
No.
So
have you thought about opening it up in a different browser?
Yeah, that's probably a really valid thing. I could actually look, it's 10 minutes left, and by the time I stuff around doing that, I could actually phone in on my phone so that I'd stop breaking up.
Remember
I'm happy
last
to be
week,
a guinea pig.
Remember last week we were looking at that if you've got your Wi-Fi on and your mobile data, they can compete against each other. So you need to decide one or the other. So I would be having a look at that too, maybe.
I would have thought it.
Do you have, does she have mobile data on a computer? Like that would happen to me on my phone, and you're traveling, so possibly you, but on a desktop, there's just one. Unless you're hotspotting. She's
Try again.
oh, that would be so frustrating.
Through the roof.
Does anyone oh, she's back.
I'm back. So I switched over my internet. What? That is the internet, and then I'll know. If it keeps breaking up, it's my computer. Okay, so you can put in a extra stage, Kylie, in between opt-in and register for VIP, which could be that they actually clicked on the button to register for VIP, but they didn't buy.
Yeah, okay.
Because that would be a highlight for me to say that person's interested, but they balked at the price or.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do that later. All right. Cool. Now, my other question, because
They might need a little bit of follow-up from you to get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I've got is then we went into emails, right? Where's that? Automation.
Marketing.
Workflows.
Our workflows, yes.
Yes. So then with the workflow.
And I just want to say to Karen Thorley, Kylie has been doing this for over a year, just so you know. So don't think she's just brand new and come in and done all of this.
Okay.
Oh no, I've
Very
been
impressed.
yeah. This is all, most of this is self-taught, so I'm just trying to get the things. So from here, I'm going to, so we've got forms submitted. Oh,
Yep.
so do I need something up here? Because when I'm sending out the emails pre-registration. So I've got those emails that are going out to say, hey, I'm doing a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could send those out either by an automation. So you could put all of the potential leads into an automation, just manually go select which ones you want to get the email sequence.
Yeah.
So you don't need a trigger on that, but you would create a separate automation that would be the inviting to opt in.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could give them a tag saying that they've been invited to the breakthrough. Could move them in an opportunity to a pre-spot before the opt-in to say these leads have invited. You could have trigger links in those emails that might move them along to hey, they clicked on it, they had a look at the opt-in, but they didn't opt in. So you who's interested. And then you could also have the sequence of the emails over the coming week leading up to the event, which is your launch sequence.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want to send out to people to get them to opt in? Okay.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So I can just work on that today and I'll talk you through Voxer. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So with just for everybody else, this is a really great database reactivator, right? Is to create a campaign. Doesn't need a trigger because you're just going to manually put all your leads into it. And think about what sequences that you would want to send to anybody that's in your database that maybe you haven't spoken to in a long time that you could invite to Facebook or until about doing.
We missed most of that, right, Michelle?
Do you know what happens? It freezes and then she's frozen. Oh, no, you're there. It freezes and then when you come back, it picks up where it was, but it does this bit in speed.
Yeah.
It's like it.
So did you understand everything that I said? Because I've just
then we missed the rest.
We can get it if we can hear warp speed.
Yeah, well, that's my intention.
What if you try turning off your video and maybe we can just hear you?
Okay, let's try that. Ta-da! Okay, so
that looks like an appropriate face.
I won't know now if I've stalled or not because it won't stop my picture. But anyway, I will try and attempt. So, a reactivation campaign is what we're talking about. So it's a new automation. So you can go into automations, create a new automation, start from scratch, and you do not need a trigger, okay? Because the way that we're going to put people into this campaign is we're going to go into our contacts list and we're going to tick all the people that we want to dump into this funnel or into this automation.
You froze.
No.
Didn't work, Rochelle, you stopped.
Nurture them. Okay, so the first step might be database.
Yeah, there it goes. It's still playing up.
You want
So the video's not
I
making
know
any difference.
I know what she's saying, if I can share for you.
Yeah.
So you work out what do you want to share to re-engage them. You do it from scratch, and then you go to your list and you select all the users, all the current contacts, and you just say add to automation or funnel, and you send it. So you don't need a trigger. You actually just tell the contacts to add to, because in the menu up the top, you've got a button that says add to automation, and you can
Okay.
get them to a workflow. I feel that's what she's looking to say.
Saying, yeah.
Yeah. I like how you said that. Really simple.
A pleasure. I've done it a few times. Poor Raquel. I think she probably wants to pick up her computer and throw it out the window.
Joanne, thank you.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the bit about the campaign role. Can you just remind me what you said about the campaign? Because I remember when
It's
I
a
first started
reactivation.
I always
It's a reactivation campaign.
So do you put your emails in the campaign section, not in templates?
Template.
Well, she said you start
Yeah.
from scratch.
So,
yeah.
With the emails, and I'm happy to do a loom after this and send it out to everyone just to say sorry for experience this morning. With the emails, my suggestion, or the way that I do it, is that you go into marketing, into emails, and then set up all of the emails that you want to set up as templates. So you would one template, get it all right, and then duplicate that for email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that sequence.
Yeah.
And then in the campaign, you would go add the tag, move them on the opportunity pipeline, and then send out email 1, wait a day, send email 2, wait a day, send email 3, wait a day, email 4, wait a day, or whatever sequence.
So what's the difference between having it in a campaign and in templates then, if you're just going to pop it into an automation? So
A campaign is the old technology that GHL used to use for automations. It was just to send out a sequence of emails.
Okay.
Automations are way sexier because you can do more than just send emails. That's where you can add a tag, you can move them in an opportunity, you can set a task for yourself to follow up. You can have actions based on trigger links. So if somebody clicks a link, go and have a look at your sales page, you can flag them as somebody who might be interested. And because they might be interested, you might send them an email because they clicked on that link.
Yeah.
Frank?
Okay.
So I think like, to me, I
would just do them in templates then, and then just set up the automation.
My advice is you send it in a database, of course, to send it, like you don't need to put it in an automation or a campaign or what. Well, I would just set it up as a template and then choose the people on the list that you want to send it to and send it to the email. Like you don't need to set it up as an automation, is what.
Yeah, that's right.
But
unless you've got 5 emails.
Yeah, if you're wanting to set out a sequence of emails with some other actions which flag who you've spoken to or who's clicked on links or who's done the things that you've asked them to do, join the group, enter a quiz, that sort of thing. Like you want to kind of sit down and make some notes of what are my intentions, what are the actions that I want people to take. What's my customer journey? I know I go bang on about this all the time, but what do I want them to do that I know if they do that, they're likely to become a client? And if you map that out and then you make sure that your clients are tagged in the opportunity pipeline with those actions, then you know where everyone's at. Who's interested, who's not.
I think that's my woeful follow-up needs to be addressed. Because I send out a couple of emails and then I don't do anything else.
No, you and everybody else, Mary. Like, I'm the same. It's like this is a way more invested way to do it than and just doing it.
Yeah.
Kathy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just about to put a message in the chat, but I think I spoke about, I think I shared the Strategizer, GYZER, templates that you can use for your customer journey map and your values, et cetera, et cetera. They're really great templates and they're very visual. The other thing I have done too is if you go on, just Google customer journey map and look at images, and you will see some visualizations of the kinds of things to think of in your customer journey map. So, and from that map, then you can, bit like I don't know whether you do a fishbone or a mind map or whatever, but you can do out from that what actions you want to happen. So you can use your customer journey map to map your campaign or your automation.
Yeah, most of the guys in here have done, if they haven't done it with me, they've done it on their own. I just use a Canva whiteboard to map it out.
Oh, okay.
I've got a bit of a, an overarching, this is a standard customer journey, but it's really important that you each tap into like what is the best path and be tweaking that all the time, because if you know that, like Sonia's doing a challenge at the moment, if you know that there's certain touch points in a challenge that somebody needs to do for them to end up a client and end up buying from you, then you want to make sure that you know what those are. And then it's also
We've lost you again.
knowing how many people back again.
So I'm watching your face, Rochelle. You're like, I'm gonna hold in an expletive. I'm holding it in. I'm not going to say it out loud.
I just want to throw my computer out the window, which would not serve me, but I think it's actually my computer. I don't know if it's the internet. But it's knowing those numbers at the end of the day. You know that so many leads will turn into so many customers, which will turn into, or so many leads will turn into so many opt-ins that will turn into so many customers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, lots to think about. Anyway, I've got to go. Sorry. Nice
Me too.
to see you
I think
all.
I'm going to have a nervous breakdown if I don't. Love you all for sticking through that. That was painful.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I think we might shoot it in the head. Try again next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Nice
Have a
to
good
see
week,
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, Ro.
Bye.
See you later.